Alright. Welcome back to our Endless Space 2 playthrough. On Endless difficulty, we're playing as the Riftborn and busy rounding out our game. As I explained in previous videos, we've made economic progress and diplomatic progress. We're at peace with these factions, and they're fighting apparently. We're at peace with most of the factions that we're truce with. We want to attack the Cravers at some point when this truce wears off. And we do want to watch out because the Cravers are the most dangerous faction, closest to us in score, and most likely to be able to fire an Obliterator. And of course, Obliterators are the scariest thing about endgame Endless Space at the moment. So fortunately we have a bit of a buffer zone of vision where we can see if an Obliterator is firing. But we do want to pick up shield technology at some point. And we'll research the Citadel basic upgrade to get that. A Citadel on its own is not bad, because it gives you some extra FIDs on the planet, I think. At least you can get an upgrade over here, which improves your planet based on your Citadel. And obviously protects your planet from Obliterators. But at the moment we want to use our Behemoths to mine strategics from these locations. And ideally over here as well, if we can get one. Can we get one? No, we're currently out. But we can get solar security. And we probably want to pick up the Behemoth factory next, so we can get a Behemoth here, park it over there, get some Quadronics and Orichalcics. Really important for these endgame upgrades that we have the important strategics covered. Here, for instance, we can get a 50% bonus on FIDs on our planet, but we need some hectic, endgame strategic resources for that. This is only... yeah, that's not that important. As usual, we get to listen to the nice Riftborn theme. What can we already do for this quest? We can pretty easily get up to the industry required. We can stockpile dust for a very nice boost in strategics. I like that. Yeah, let's go for that. Always look at the rewards. Rewards are important. Almost as important as quest conditions. I think we've already upgraded this hero. Yes. The only real downside of buying all these heroes is that you have to micromanage them later. But it does mean you have so many governors, which is really nice. Like 8 different governors and 1 fleet commander. We're not going to Warlord, you only really need 1 fleet commander most of the time. You can always pick up a second if you need it. You can always reassign our pseudo governor to fleet command. Again, I want to make sure that the systems that do need it. Oh, here's the scientific behemoth in production. I'm not sure why I wanted to build one here. Can't remember. Is there something on orbit? There's this. But we might as well build one on Ebony. Yes. And now that we have all the major resource deposits covered, we can think about popping out a scientific or an economic behemoth here, turning it into a Citadel to protect the system. Or we can just make a Citadel shield. It's possible that this is just easiest to... Let's look at the bay. The bay. Behemoth C3 Center. There's consulate here and build it somewhere else. The bay is important, right? Can't build it here. I think maybe that's a unique improvement you have to build on each system individually. Behemoth C3 Centers, do we have it here? You do want fabrication license. Always nice. No, that actually conflicts with the Behemoth Center. Oof. Micromanagement. So let's pick up the Behemoth Center here. Then pick up an extra Behemoth later. Behemoths do tax your dust a lot, just fair warning. And they the effects compound. Like at some point you're gonna pick up a lot of Behemoths and then you're just going to have a huge taxing of dust production. Just be aware of that, though obviously worth it. Alright, here we have this fleet in position. I'm not sure if it's better than their fleet per se. They have low damage, or reasonable damage output. Our carriers are definitely better than theirs. My bad, let me just get that there. That's great. So we probably want to hold off attacking them for the next bit. Our fleets aren't quite good enough to crush them, at least. And get some more defensive upgrades. We can probably pick up Obliterator Blueprints a bit faster after you pick up System Shielding. And that will help us just... yeah, just be ready to tech into the Obliterator. Since our fleets aren't powerful enough to crush theirs, another option we have is just to fire Obliterator shots at their big systems. Sirius, Ibella, and that will cripple their empire. Again, Obliterators the most powerful thing you can do militarily in the end game. That is good. And now we have so much influence production because of our quest that we can actually put pressure on nearby empires. And that's the reason I want to pick this up. We can start stealing systems from factions we're at Cold War at peace with. By stealing, I mean influence converting. The idea is, I think, that you impress them into joining your empire. Obviously, doing this makes you less friendly with that empire. They'll be upset at you. Right. Let's get autonomous administration first. This is something you need level 4 for. Level 4 for. You need level 4 to get it, but it decreases your expansion disapproval, so that's a big priority in the end of the game. Now that we're thinking about expanding again, possibly. Here, more luxuries, I think. And look, the trade route incomes are quite good because of how far away these externals are. And this one has 7 externals, that's interesting. Is it possible, do we have wormhole tech? This is always an issue with... No, we don't have wormhole tech. That's kind of important for this. Wormhole tech is always good for your trade routes, by the way. Trade agreement! Alright. Let's see if that adds... No, it adds nothing. Never offer trade agreements to anyone besides the Numeris, by the way. They always... They never have it. It's frustrating. Trade deal is the bomb, apparently. Has no trade. Classic AI. It's confusing everyone. Let's pick up microwave pipes whenever we have a sufficient number of systems, and we probably want the solar security operations as well. Yeah, very nice. Now, what else do we want to look at? Let me see if I can retrofit my hero ship. I could apply design at this point. Cool. So before we attack, we definitely want to upgrade our hero ship. And how's the Behemoth Bay looking? Can we pop up another Behemoth? No. I forgot where I put the Behemoth Bay. Managing an empire is hard. There. In 2 turns we can think about adding another Behemoth. And we'll probably build an Obliterator. Well, as soon as we have better fleet schematics, specifically using Orichalcix, since we're producing that en masse, we can, yeah, build some more carrier ships. Let's just edit that to make sure we have the best current guns. Unstable slugs as opposed to ultra dense slugs. I think at this point these systems are still the same, but we don't want to waste as much Hyperion. We want to use that for system shields. Let's just go this way and upgrade better similar plating. We're just going to go as Hyperion free as possible. And on Idris, We can make a bunch of vanguards. As in one. Flawless plan. Here we can also make one in the near future. We have picked up this, the most important military upgrade of the game for fleet combat. I'm not exaggerating, it's really important. And here we have a smaller fleet, and our fleet is quite a bit better because we have one of these ships to really add some firepower to our fleet. We still need to finish this behemoth before we can build a new one. As you can see, we're a bit antimatter capped. Kind of unfortunate. So we might want to skip antimatter production. We'll skimp on that a bit. Bonus on sterile. Why not? Wait, that didn't. Oops! Sorry, it just took a while for that to register. And we'll just get normal things here. Actually, we'll prioritize happiness a bit. What else can we pick up? Parvis production never hurts. Though we probably want fabrication license on the system at that point. The fabrication license is expensive, so rather... I mean, the system's already doing a decent amount for us. Don't care too much that it's not an industry powerhouse. You don't need every system to be like that. Fabrication license, as soon as you have a low population, does wonders if you have enough adamantium. This is why you really want to prioritize these mid-tier strategics, and why I really like getting these behemoths on the strategics, is because that way we can gather what we're missing and really exploit all of the powerful upgrades. Yeah. The AI tends to build more fleets than we do, and we tend to prioritize system upgrades. Always check your border with your most dangerous enemy for obliterator missiles, so that you can quickly rush out the shields if you need them. Obliterators are still the scariest thing in this game, and so are their missiles. We'll build a couple of extra warships. Warships! Yeah, bah! Coming to attack you. And what else is there? Yeah, our production of blue cap mold should be higher. We can spend our dust to buy some, which is probably a wise idea. No, there's none in the galaxy. Never mind. We'll just stockpile resources for now. We could think about getting behemoth. Sea centers? Oh no, those cost resources. No wonder we haven't been picking them up left, right. Oops. We could turn Ibani's... Do we really need that much quadronics? We get 3 a turn. It is nice to have more. Though we could turn that one into an obliterator right away. Assume this is good. Next turn we go back to industrialists, by the way. By the by. Numerous heroes are really good for us. Bonus industry, bonus dust. Here on Deneb, well, my compression singularity. Pick that up. What else do we want? We could just build another vanguard, to be honest. More warships. Or as I like to call them, warsheep. And this requires, again, we're still antimatter starved. Let's see if we can pick a couple up. Quite expensive still. Behemoth. It is starting to take its toll on us. As you can see, 1k dust increase only. Each additional behemoth adds a lot of upkeep. So we'll make sure that we keep our trade routes strong. And hopefully we can do that by picking up. We have picked up the wormholes, right? We just did. Yeah. So, oh, these should have more exits now. Confused that they're not. Alright. Well, doesn't really matter that much. Still doing well. Alright, now we have the Citadel upgrade. We can start putting system shields on all our important systems. What a cutie. System shields are important because... yeah, obliterator shots. I just used it. We're at war with them again. We're close to achieving economic victory. How close? That might be how we win, by the way. Well, close. Very broad terms. That might mean we can't leave the alliance to quickly win, and we have to go for economic victory. This is a carrier. Take 2 of these ships out. Make a carrier stack. Here we can always force a truce again if we get beaten. But let's try out the fleet combat with these carrier ships. Let's look at a fight. I mean, the game is chilled. So these warships are a variety. What did that more of? Lasers. More lasers. So generally, I just use these basic battle tactics. Sometimes you can pick up something that's really nice for your fleet. Like, this is really good on laser weapons if you want to attack. But I feel confident enough in our defenses that we can just use turtle and powder shields in all battles. Now let's watch. And now, well, they fled.
Tell us what you plan.
No, let's increase the pressure on them.
Tell us what you plan.
Okay, they get bonus manflower. And we can just blockade the system. There, Auriga is a lore-wise really important planet. Always happy to pick that up. Also has nice stats. Alright. Smooth sailing so far. We're starting to get to the point where our dust production will be heavily taxed by the behemoths. You can see the military upkeep there costing us. As you can see, most of your dust production will come from trade routes at some point. Let's just get Center Tourism Agency. We should probably prioritize a few dust enhancements now. And system shields. The system seems nice enough that's worth preserving. We have enough titanium that we can throw at them at system shields now and then. Whoa, I got lost here. Oh, I forgot to check my influence pressure.
Speak. Let us
That
see.
is good.
Are you back as friends
Not
or
good.
foe? Greetings.
Not good, but we're in alliance, they won't make any demands of us. We're almost there with them.
The unfallen. What
No.
do you? Welcome.
Sweet.
Welcome. The
My brother, when he plays, he always gets Cabal of the Black Nebula, which is the coolest name. Kind of sad we didn't get to pick that up. We're going to use this as our staging point now. And the Riftborn are good at traveling through wormholes. Matt's pronounces things, the show. I hope you're enjoying it. Alright. Now, we can think about selling some luxuries and strategics. I should really practice that. Ionic crystals. I don't think you can reset your system upgrade costs, so those are just useless to us. And what is this? Drift buds. Never seen these before. Those are cool. Luxuries are not my forte, clearly. And we can just sell like 50 of these, to be honest. No, even more, actually. We're not using them very soon. Lots of extra money is nice. Blue cap mold? Nope. Somehow the galaxy suddenly broke on blue cap mold, so like, you know, life. We're gonna shift around the freighters. Get some extra freighters. More dust income. Kind of important for upkeep. Okay, we're gonna attack them again. They have more... We still have high shields. Let's see how this fight goes. If the fight goes badly, we were going to retreat back to our space, build up below fleets. If the fight goes well, we can think about pushing for a war. Okay, crew killed? Not something we need to worry about unless they're using boarding pods. I do wish the battle had more tactical options. It kind of feels like you pick the best card and that's it. Like, there'd be cool aspects to positioning, which are sort of encouraged by the gameplay design, but they're not really fully developed. That's like the one thing I don't really like about this game. Obviously I love it, but yeah. Yeah. It looks like we used some sort of Korra's portal to get here. And the new skin looks really nice. Though I think the normal one is more... It's kind of more sleek, but I like the red color. We can also activate the scan to tell us that the battle's going, though doing that normally completely deactivates or like freezes the computer basically. Oh, their hero ship blew up, or it wasn't ours. No, our hero ship is still fine. One of our carriers is going down. Perhaps we're going to lose this battle. Let's see. It's still nice to watch though. Lots of bombers doing their thing actually. But I don't think bombers are the easiest to make work. This morale boost is if you have more flotillas than the opponents. If you wreck their flotillas, that's good. There's our dropship being destroyed. Cool. So that didn't go amazingly. Though our Vanguard is still holding strong. This is kind of what I'm talking about. Like, the really strong ships will just do so much work. That it kind of, once you have a stack of really powerful ships, they'll just overpower everything else. I hope our hero doesn't look bad. Jinx, we've come so far together. Yeah, look, it's not actually taking any damage, I think. It can just outlast everything they throw at it. We can try and scan. Excuse me, the computer always freezes when this happens. Oops. Yeah, it didn't actually take that much damage, but it wrecked most of their fleets. So, basically the higher tier ships will be able to just crush everything. And that's kind of how combat works. Is our hero in the academy now? Yeah. This is kind of how combat is in this game. It's really weird. Like, they will... The best ships, like this, will just decimate everything else. It's kind of silly. And given that we've witnessed firsthand how effective those ships are, I don't think you can fault me for trying to make more of them, which is what we're going to turn to next. Though it feels like we're rather going to use obliterators to switch the tide in our favor. Extra vanguards. when we pick up Orichalcum's weaponry, we'll use that to further our military aims. Until then, we're just going to make basic ships, because we don't want to tax our strategics anymore. Strategics are really important in this game. As you might have guessed from the name. It behooves you to have strategical weaponry, strategical upgrades. Okay, we can finally pick up. No, we picked up all the good upgrades on this hero. So we can get some second tier ones, like that. Now I can create this fleet. A good tip for if you're creating a ton of fleets, you can go into this menu, systems, and just browse on the side and select the hangars, and then you create a fleet like this. That's what I was doing earlier in the game, which caused me to make a mistake. Minus dust on system. Probably quite good. I mean, minus dust wasted on system, I should say. It doesn't actually make your system produce less dust. That would be bad. That's normally what those things mean. In general, if there's a bonus, it's probably good. Let's attack them. They still have more. They have a split this time. Just gonna go for this. Don't have to watch it every time. I think the hero only dies if the fleet dies. It's like that in Endless Legend. Yes, and we crushed their fleet at the expense of some of our ships. Hence minor victory. Again, the Vanguard's doing a lot of work. The lesser, basically, in the end game, you always want the best ships possible. I should have been getting this one more aggressively. And the second tier ships don't end up doing that much, to be honest. Red and purple are still fighting. We don't care.
Speak. Let us see if we can.
And we can make a strong diplomatic demand with our friends very soon.
Greetings.
Surfons are very friendly. Easy to make friends with.
The unformed. Welcome.
Less to be a bit suckered sometimes, but you know, it's nice to have friends. No, we still have enough. We should stop spending all our Calpix. Get 12 per turn though, come on. We don't get 12 per turn here. The dust production is a bit lower because of the feed upkeep. Something we should look into improving. Dust is valuable. It's not 100% necessary, but it is useful, you know. I wonder if we have any laws on that stimmy that. Whatever. In the next couple of turns, we'll go back to economy laws, and we'll pick up some really nice ones. And we already have a lot of influence stockpiled. Whoa! Is this because we went over the behemoth limit? Probably. Yeah, think about behemoths. At some point, they just start costing you so much money. The usual jerks. That's nice. Yeah, whatever. Our purpose is to kill. You, though, will suffer. Highest level of improvement in the galaxy. Should not be too hard to do. We're going to lose this. I wonder if getting... Is there any way we can reduce the upkeep? Juggernaut's blueprint. Alright, needs a spaceport for us to upgrade that. Let's change the design. Give it engines. And pull it over to our main system. Upkeep 52. I'm not sure what's costing us so much upkeep. Oh, I forgot to retrofit it. Okay, we go here, and then we retrofit it next turn. What is costing us so much upkeep? Military. Yeah. One in particular. Oh, this ship. It's just that the final... I think the behemoths just add up, and then the upkeep just keeps increasing. Until it's kind of backbreaking. Let's abolish that law. Let's see what we can do about increased dust. Super Tax Act. That's still not enough. Choice of Boys. Combined with Super Tax Act. Yeah, that situation looks a bit dire. Although we're arguing a lot of dust from these. Let's see what happens next time.
You have to be pretty uncivilized.
Yeah, pretty uncivilized. That's me. Yeah, behemoths are expensive. You can't have too many, otherwise you get broke. And fast. I don't want to lose any of our behemoths either, though. See, this is the influence conversion process. Really powerful way of picking up new colonies. We're Cold War with them now. Yay! I got this. Citadel of Demography. Bonus diplomatic pressure. Pretty valuable based on how much influence we have now. Get it? Another upgrade. And let's get you over here. In 3 turns, hey. Okay, we really need... We're sinking economically. I wonder if getting a Citadel will put us back on that resource. Trade. We can think about selling one of our strategic resource miners. It's possible that that's best. What? You can't sell these things? You monsters. Anyway. But what we can do is pick this system up. Yeah. They never know what hit them. And when we do that, we just pick up all the dust producing stuff we can. And their population isn't as good as our population, though. In terms of... oh man, racism. Alright, we got that. We'll get solar security. And we'll lay off the behemoths for a while. The extreme dust cost is really biting us now. We want to get here so we can upgrade it. See if that affects our dust production. It probably will. We can also pick up bonus fids, mineral misers. No, I think this is for everything. Yeah. Larger hosts, crown exam, Senator Bob. Alright. In case you don't know what these laws do, here's a tour. Resource generation on deposits. I don't think it applies to important stuff. Bonus Fidsy will improve our dust. Okay, we're losing an acceptable amount. Still not happy about it, but yeah. And we can think about trade. Hopefully these trade routes will keep growing and produce more money for us so we can pay off all the stuffs. Talitha is really our cash cow in terms of trade. Let's find Talitha. And solo security operation should be a priority. Alright, in a couple of turns, we're going to hit election day. And that will be good. And this was good. Are really kind of broke though. Let's just set the system onto... Where is it? We could set it onto printing. Nah, printing money. Project area research, rather. Wait, this is green, but they are allies. Okay, never mind. Not that bad. That's why green is influenced by genres. But as soon as you're in an alliance of systems, I don't think they demand things of you as much. We can also ask for economic tributes to deal with this problem. I said I really wanted an obliterator, and I still do, but the dust cost is really hurting us here. Let's see what dust upgrades there are none. Awkward.
I trust you no more than I would trust a clan merchant selling Kasai.
Everything you touch turns to slime.
I am slime. Alright, let's go over here. Population decreased on Ash. That's kind of what we want, to be honest. The less population there are, the more we can make space for our population. Obelisk of all space and time is something we really do want. Would be really nice. We can think about level 3, but we can also get level 4 on other systems and then reduce expansion disapproval, which lets us expand in turn. The thing I'm really worried about here is other factions overtaking us aggressively. Doesn't seem to be happening. Again, Cravers win on score, lose on everything else, as usual. Not being able to play the diplomacy game is a huge drawback. Alright. At the end of next turn, we go back to setting up our economy via the final industrialist law. And also, once we pick up Dust Windfall again as our main law, we'll be off to the races. Because then at least, when we produce things, we get the money back. More dust. We're broke. Save us! Industrious law. Yeah, whatever. Covers, who cares? Waters. Easy. Let's check water. What does the water offer us? Not much. We can think about public 3D printing. Doesn't kill our debtors enough for me to be happy about that. And there is... where is it? Here is foreign labor policy. It's a nice upgrade to pick up. It improves our dust buyout potential. I mean, it lets us turn industry into dust, basically. Something we kind of want to do, to be honest. Considering how broke we are. Nice thing about these industry into X upgrades is that when your systems are maxed out in the end game, basically you've got all the things you need to get. You can start picking up all the things you want to get in terms of resources. My mind lags behind because I'm multitasking. My bad. Alright, now we've gotten a lot of money there. What is this place? Operation Singularity. And now we can also cheat in the lobby. The modern equivalent of cheating in the election. Wait, what did I just do? Alright. Fabrication. Good thing to pick that up. Improves the system's industry output, which, as we've just discussed, helps it do everything else. Let's keep running fleets over there. Not having vaulted teleports and having relatively slow ships is a pain in the ass. It means we can't really get to the other side of the galaxy to attack. Let's Talitha is still the most profitable. Next turn, after we can lobby. Now, let's make sure we turn this into a citadel. We don't have titanium, interesting. Because I've been spending it all here. No! Well, next turn, I guess. Are we generating more of this? We probably want to save these strategics at some point. I want to save up to get the Obelisk of all space-time, which you can find here. Helps us get a wonder victory. Let's look at which other system is good at industry. This system is obviously amazing. This system is quite strong too. That's Vorta, Talitha, Idris. But what's the system that's nearby and good at industry? Let's go to Idris. Idris is also almost level 4. And level 4 matters for some upgrades, but also matters for other important things. We should probably declare war on the Cravers.
We are coming. Your declarations.
Yeah.
Careful how you address the first of the bloodline.
Economic sanctions. Resource term. Economic tribute is nice. Bonus dust and science. Though there's potentially more important things we can get. Are these any of these high tier? No, no planets. We can pick up the things we need, like the 174 titanium. Right, 174. Cool. This is also a good way to get strategics back. Is by diplomatic demands. It's one of, and if other nations can do this towards you, obviously that's annoying.
I have scraped more interesting things off my boots.
Nice, nice.
That's how we roll.
We have enough titanium now, I think. We can think about antimatter. 294. This is a good way to collect what you need to collect later in the game. We can't get a hero ban. We can get an economic tribute for free though. Yeah. And that's how we solve our dust crisis.
Well, if it isn't our favourite empire, up to their usual jinx.
And like, fortunately, demands don't really cost you that
Hearing
much.
from you is
Please.
You make me feel
And fortunately, allies won't really exploit this against you.
Didn't we finish our affairs?
No matter. Okay, they should hide me as the voice actor. Let's pop this here. Talitha set is looking good in the hood. Alright. Now it's election time. This is entrenched. We really do want work now, Shirk, though. Strong arm lobbying. Do we want to spend all that dust though? Hopefully official support should get us there. If not, I'm gonna cry. Reload save, be really angry. And we did! We got dust windfall back. So industry spent on construction gives us dust, means our dust problem is more or less solved now. And we got work now Shirk. Amazing, more industry. As long as we keep producing. Keep the ball rolling, as it were. Oh, dust production is not as high as it could be, but with dust windfall, it's nicer. And now we pick up work not Shirk, the ultimate endgame industrialist law. We can abolish. How happy are people? Not very about the Super Tax Act. It is super taxing, right? What if we abolish that? Oh no. So we should probably go for that duo of laws. Again, I'm not the best at micromanaging laws, but... Okay, that needs to go. I mean, I don't Defend. Attack, defend. Same. Question mark. Okay, these... Interestingly, nobody's built an obliterator. We couldn't afford one.
Horatio Field.
Alright, we put these Vanguard fleets on that system. We'll knock them out. Return our dust production via trade routes back in order. To order. And we'll level up these. Losing dust is annoying, to say the least. Water and Deneb. Good planets, I think. Important to improve them. And we can pick up the trade center on one of these planets. What does that do? 100% star system trade value. I believe Talitha was our best trade route center. But does cost us a lot of strategics at a critical point in the game, when we might want to go for the Wonder. Obelisk of all space-time. You can see it here. Quite awesome. We want to pick that up here, I think. How long will it take us to get it? Only 13 turns. That's quite nice. Alright. And here, let's upgrade this into... I gotta put the dust cost. The dust cost? We've gotten a lot of antimatter, but we don't have that much to spend. I mean, do we not get that much back per turn? Again, liberally selling this because we generate enough. Let's see about buying it now. We can also buy an obliterator, but I don't feel the need to obliterate. Potentially I'm being naive. And the dust upkeep cost is down. Whoop. Whoop-de-whoop. We can consider turning this into an obliterator next. So really, there's really a compounded cost for picking up these behemoths. More behemoths are going to be more costly, etc. So we really want to crush the fleet here so we have trade routes get back in order. And our dust production is up again. Very nice. We can spend it on all of these beautiful compression singularities now. All we ever wanted in life. More compression singularities. So this fleet is quite powerful, and it's going to attack this scavenger, which is blockading our routes. Why is that taking so long? Nice. And our route should be fine now. What about that? Let's go there next, that fleet. Actually, let's go there. Photo bomber. A fun quest if you into that. At the moment, we're not. Alright. Let's get some Hyperium. Oh, weird. Hyperium is actually in demand. or not available, we should say. Alright, let's just get something inconsequential in the system. Well, I say inconsequential, microwave pipes. They're great, right? Gotta love them. But I really do want to go for the Wonder Victory soon. Pelvis production. Not pelvis production. I'm not sure why it would be pelvis production, I just kept reading that. Cetus, more trade value. That's not bad. And afterwards we can go into bonus production for AI research. Once you get free wonders, you can win the game. But you can only produce one at a time. And that's how we're going to try and win the game. Is pick up enough wonders, then probably leave our alliance, and if we don't leave our alliance, we'll try and win with our alliance. So obviously the allies don't catch up. This is the important. You probably have to reload save. It's really untransparent how close you are to winning. So yeah, we can pick this up. Bonus Fitzy. This is good for industry, but we have a lot of industry already. System level. We don't have that much system level. Strategic deposits. That's nice. Power armor. Extra focused volt beam. Science skills. Stop blockading my roots. Never mind, they're not blockading anymore. Be useful. And I will do that for you. Go away. Nobody likes you. And then can the voters keep leaving because they don't like us? But we're okay with that. We'll replace the population with Riftborn, improve the system's output, and keep peeping on that system. We can pick up Lonica too. See, this is really the power of influence. This is why we're so fixated on influence early in the game, because of these things. I mean, they're slowly dying off, but more room for machine embodiments. So, hey, morality wins. Question mark. Alright, the nice thing of putting obelisk on space-time on our trade systems is that it improves the trade system space value. Like in addition to like everything else, basically. Is the system? Yeah, well, we're building the wonder. The obelisk of all space-time. So we want to save up on resources we don't have that much of. Being a bit random, I should make sure F Reality Institute is on all of my good systems. Just 10% dust. What does this even cost? Not much. Oh, it costs Orichalcix. No, we don't want to spend that. It's time to math, I guess. Bonus dust? Yeah. Let's devote that to dust. MBA. MXBA. Actually, we're devoting that system to dust. Maybe we want to spend dust on that system. Whoa! The Citadel costs a lot of money. Autonomous administration. So we don't actually need obliterators in this playthrough. I think we're just going to go for the Wonder Victory. Should happen soon enough. Let's pick up another system here. We're allowed to. In the sense that it's easy. They're going to be pissed, but whatever. Life. Deal with it. And more luxury lotteries, yeah. I mean, extra systems never hurt anyone. Except the people we took them from. Our society is so impressive that people want to join our empire, basically, is the story. Extra tax act. We can probably abolish that at this point. I mean, we're stimming on tax, like, production there. But our happiness goes up. But not that much. Yeah, I think we still need the Super Tax Act. For now, at least. Keep besieging the system. We already defended it. Go away. Alright. This might be a bit of a longer video, but maybe we want to stop, and then we'll close out the game in the next episode. Not sure.
You lead well, comrade.
Nice. They'll offer this trade.
For the likes of you.
Nope. Offer me better terms. Maybe they will. If they're willing to negotiate, it must be quite bad for them at this point. Let's check.
What?
Let's suggest terms. AI, play faster. Alright. Let's see if we can pick up something. No, we probably don't want planets. We probably want more strategics so we can win. Let's wait. Let's kick the asses harder. In 13 turns, we have to have the highest happiness. So at that point, we can just cheat. Quickly put all the laws on happiness, win that quest, go back to being awful. Alright. Our combined strength is sapping that system very slowly. Alright, I think that's it for today. Join us next time as we try and wrap up the game with Wonder Victory and strategically leaving our allies in the dust. Cool. Whoa, just we were bombarded by notifications. Alright, thanks again. I hope you enjoyed this latest episode of Riftborn playthrough of Endless Space 2. And join us last time for probably the final installment and the Wonder Victory.